So, someone could say, well, this is just one pharmacy, and this is a study that was supported by Celgene. What about other studies? Well, um, Dr. Stacy Dusetzina, actually from the East Coast, presented a paper just recently where she showed that in 2016, the median copay for specialty drugs is $35. Again, you read a news story and it always will talk about thousands and thousands, and here's her data that shows that $35 is a median. Okay, well, what else? Well, I went to the website of a patient advocacy group, Patients for Affordable Drugs. Now, this is a group that would like for drug prices to come down and are actively seeking for stories of patients who cannot afford their medications. So I actually filtered down for multiple myeloma and for the states of Arizona and Minnesota, where Dr. Rajkumar practices, just to make sure if I'm missing something there. This was done in April of 2018. And I couldn't find a single story where patients are not getting their medications. And in Arizona, there were two stories of people who were concerned about what they have heard about the price of drugs, but there was no story of them not being able to access drugs, and there were no stories in the state of Minnesota. And last but not least, my colleague and good friend, Dr. Raj Kumar, did publicly state at medical grand rounds at Mayo Clinic that he has been shocked with the price of medications, but when he went back to talk to the nurses tell him, actually, our patients can get the drugs. So my point here with all of this is patients can get the drugs, and I think we should keep patients outside of the conversations related to what's the proper pricing for those medications. With empirical data, it's very, very clear that patients can get their medications, which is also consistent with my own personal experience.